What's going on, people? We're back with another vid. They already know the drill. You come here, you click the video, you click like, you click subscribe, you click the bell. That's all that needs to be said. But this video is a little different. Um, this isn't a Tottenham orientated video. This video is actually about Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool. I did tell you there'd be other, posts and stuff, videos about other stuff on this channel. And this would be the first video that is not about Tottenham, who play later on today at 8 o'clock. So I'll be going towards that for sure. But Jurgen Klopp has announced today, in the last, probably 4 hours or so, a few hours or so, that he'll be stepping down as Liverpool manager at the end of the season. Now, he's 56 years old. He's been doing this a long time. He's been at Mainz, he's been at Dortmund, he's been at Liverpool since, 2015. So I would say it's like a surprise, which it was a shock because it just came out of nowhere. I would expect that probably toward the end of the season. Like, yeah, it's going to be, my last season. But am I shocked? Yes, that is announced it. But when I really think about it, am I shocked? Probably not. It's been a long time coming. He's been there since 2015. Come on, that's a long time. We're talking like 9 years he's been there. So it's a long time to be a manager. You don't see much clubs have, managers that manage that long. Like Alex Ferguson, he was there for 13, probably longer than that. He's there for many years. You know what I mean? So it's hard to get managers that stay that long. Usually, especially now in this generation, it's 2 years, 3 years, if that, and they're out. Next, someone else. You could be having a 2-year contract. You have a shit season, you're out the door. You know what I mean? It's like, bye, next manager in. You know what I mean? Look at Chelsea. So, people don't always stay in. There's not longevity usually in, club football like that. So, for the fact that he's been there that long, he deserves some plaudits, and he's definitely blessed the Premier League with some good football and personality. With his personality, his touchline antics, his celebration at the end of the game, his signature celebration at the end of every game, whether it's home or away. He goes to the fans and does his little fist bumps like this, like 4 of them or whatever. He does that, his signature celebration, and think about it. He's gonna be up there as one of the best managers in the Premier League. He has to be up there. Now, some might say, well, he's only won 1 Premier League. I hear you. He has won 1 Premier League. Recently, he's won the Champions League with them. He's won 3 finals altogether. 2 they came runners up, and 1 they won against my team, Tottenham, funny enough. They've won League Cups, they've won FA Cups, they've won the Club World Cup, Super Cup. He's won some trophies there, let's be clear, at Liverpool. And when he came, he inherited a dead squad. When he came, the team he had was garbage, let's be clear. He had players like Ricky Lambert, Benteke. He had some awful players at his disposal. I think he finished like, was it 8th, 10th, 8th or something in his first season, and after that, that was it. Once he got that bad season out, then he started seeing some type of, development and some progress in the team. He got rid of the dross, he put the players he wanted in, he got his Salah in, he got his Mane's in, and that was it. Firmino's, he had that team, that front three they were ruthless. You know what I mean? He made them the most prolific players pretty much on the planet, that front three. So, he definitely made Liverpool, made people scared of them again, because before that, Liverpool were not really, they were close, but they weren't really cooking like that. Like, he came and we have a bad record against them because of him, even before that, really. But definitely when he was there, not the best record. It was okay, but, it weren't terrific. But, he needs to be, credit needs to be put on, respect needs to be put on his name for sure. 100% credit needs to be put on his name, and that respect, everything needs to be put on his name. Top it up like an Oyster card, because I gotta be honest with you, like definitely up there. Him and Pep, when we're talking of best managers in the world, they're in the conversation. There's no two ways about it. He could take a team that is not great, and he could get players that you probably never heard of, and he can get them balling out. We're talking about Andy Robertson. I think he came from like Hull or something. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mane, Salah. He had these players balling out. And when you have a manager like that, that kind of respects you and puts his arm around you and kind of, you know, he don't throw them under the bus, things like that, that's when you get players that's going to run through the wall for you, crash out for you, all that. They're going to put everything on the line for you, and that's what they've done. Hence why they've done so well with the G-Gen pressing, which he kind of, you know, he kind of brought that in, where you kind of defend from the front, so you have your attacking players, they press high, and they kind of shut down the spaces and force the other team into errors and win the ball high up the pitch. Usually in the final third, they'll win the ball back, and, you know, they'll go on and score. You know what I mean? They were the kings of pressing when you have the ball. If you pass that from the back against Liverpool, not so much now because the players have aged, but back in like 2018, 19, on you, 2020. As soon as you pass that ball out, Mane, Salah, Firmino, all pushing up on you, and you're going to force in the midfield, and they're pressing on you too. You give the ball away, and you go on to concede goals. That's how they were playing. High energy football. He calls it heavy metal football, and, you know, rightfully so. He deserves, you know, good proper send off at the end of the season. From Liverpool, and I expect them to do that. The last home game, I expect to be emotional. I expect there's going to be a lot of tears from him and whatever the case. And the fans love him as well, so you're definitely going to see some fans probably emotional as well. You can see a lot of flags and scarves and whatever, and it's unfortunate. You know, he's definitely been a blessing in the Premier League, for sure. Like, he was at Dortmund, and Bayern Munich won Germany. Let's be clear, they run that Bundesliga. Nobody has a look in. Obviously, last season, Dortmund came close, but it weren't to be. Missidea, he came through and he got that winning goal. I can't remember who they're playing, Mainz or somebody they're playing. I can't remember who Bayern were playing. And, you know, Dortmund didn't get a good start, and they kind of fumbled. And yeah, they ended up losing. Then I think they drew the game in the end, and it wasn't good enough. And Bayern went on to win their 11th in a row. Let's be clear. Klopp he was the last person to win the league in Germany that wasn't Bayern Munich. He won it with his Dortmund team back in, I think, the 11-12 season, I believe he won it. And I think in the domestic double. And then since then, it's only been them man winning. They're on like some 11 season streak of winning the league. That league is not competitive. I don't care what nobody tells me. But, you know, he was the last one to do that and changed. And then he went to the next season after they won it, and they were poor. They were like down near the bottom. They were not doing great. And then, you know, kind of picked up, and then that's when he left in 2015 and ended up going to Liverpool. So, you know, let's be clear, he took Dortmund to a Champions League final as well. I think 2012-13 season, I think it was. I think it was against Bayern Munich. I think Robin might have got the last goal at the death, I believe. I think that's when Robin got that goal. I think it was at Wembley or something. He got the last goal in the dying embers of the game. Can't remember, but I'm sure that was the game. I remember I watched it on TV. Good game. I think it went to extra time, and Ian Robin scored right at the death. So yeah, like, come on, look what he's doing with these players. Like, I'm telling you, he's getting these players that are not that great, and he's getting them balling out. So other players, these players under other managers, are they really going to be balling out like that? I don't know. I'll be honest. Like, Salah, he was okay, went to Liverpool, balling out. Mane, good player at Southampton. Maybe bad like a hat-trick against Man City when they beat them like 5-3 or something crazy, or 5-2. But at Liverpool, different gravy. You know, so you definitely can take players and kind of boost them and increase them, ability and whatever the case in the pill. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'll be honest. Even as a Tottenham fan, like, I just enjoy watching Jurgen Klopp. Like his kind of passion and whatever he has for the game is nice to see. It's kind of old school. Obviously now with the VAR and stuff, you see him moaning a lot and complaining. But end of the day, and sometimes I think, you know what, like if you watch his more recent interviews, you could kind of probably see where he is at mentally. Like he's just mentally tapped out. Like you see him coming across a little bit rash, a little bit, you know, the character's a little unfamiliar. He's not his usual chirpy character. He seems like a little irritated, and he's been coming across a little bit like, oh, okay, a little snappy and stuff. So, you know, I guess it's time. You know, he wasn't going to stay there forever. He's 56. He said he might not manage again. He says he don't know if he can really, you know, do it now. It's hard work. Which I don't know how freaking Roy Hodgson, the fucking mummy, is still managing. He's about 79 years old. He looks like a freaking esophagus. He looks like he's about to just keel over any minute. But, you know, shout out to Jurgen Klopp. No hate here. We've definitely had some good runnings against Liverpool. And obviously some of him at the helm. You know, and I wish him all the best in his future endeavours, whatever he does to do. I think he will manage again. I do. But I just don't think he will do club football. I think he'll probably do international football. Listen, let me tell you something. If Klopp managed England, England would have won the Euros. If Klopp managed England, they would have won the World Cup. I believe they would have won either of those competitions by now if they had Klopp at the helm and not Gareth Southgate. That time Gareth Southgate's been there, if Klopp was there, they could have won at least. They probably won them both. They probably won the Euros and the World Cup. I do believe that. But alas, England do not have Klopp. They have Southgate. And I think now that Klopp is available, I think now England to start looking and saying, whoa, okay, we might need to freshen up. We might need to get rid of this Southgate bum and go put in Klopp and see if we could bring some kind of silverware back over here, because 1966 is a long time ago. We need to rectify that and sort it for the players that we have. So, you know, big up to Jurgen Klopp again. You know, big up Liverpool and their fans. They're not a rival for me, so I don't really have no ill will toward them. It's not like it's Arsenal or Chelsea or like a London rival. It's not that. So I ain't got no ill will toward them. So, you know, big up Klopp, and, you know, whatever he does, I hope, you know, he smashes it. If he wants to retire, cool, enjoy your retirement. If he wants to do international, which I think he should do, and go to England, then by all means go and do that. Because the players they have, this generation of players, some of them not have long left. Obviously, you got like the Palmers, you got the Foden, Sakas, the young players, the young ballers, the Bellinghams and that. So some of the other players ain't got long left. So I think he get in there and he can go and do a job. But big up Klopp. And again, I know it's a little different, but come on, this is Jurgen Klopp. He's been there 9 years. He's definitely changed the game in the way teams defend and attack, especially with the high press. That was most definitely him that kind of pushed that kind of style of football, and other people kind of followed suit with that high pressure football. So yeah, definitely shout out to him. And we were doing that underneath Poch. Where do you think Poch got that from? I believe he got that from Jurgen Klopp. So yeah, big up Klopp. Definitely, you know, good representation of the Premier League and the managers. And, you know, he's definitely the pioneer of some of the stuff we're seeing in today's football. So, you know, you have to give him his give credit where it's due. So big up Klopp. And yes, I know this is not the video that you're probably expecting, but it's the video you got. And again, Tottenham play Man City later on, 8 o'clock kickoff. Our players are back. I did do a preview already, so go back and watch it. And yeah, to the next video, peeps. I'm out of here. Safe. Peace.